What's up, guys? Emilio back again, and let the Broly hype continue as I am here to bring you another exciting theory on Dragon Ball Super. So far, we have had a lot of build up for the new and improved Broly. He has been hyped to the point where we even question if Beerus, or anyone that is angelic level and above, can defeat him. So, who will it be? Will it be Gogeta, or Ultra Instinct Goku, or someone else? Stay tuned, because I will discuss the importance of Broly's power and how Fusion and Ultra Instinct alone may not be enough to stop him. So, let's get started. Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan, will emerge as one of the most powerful characters in Dragon Ball Super. A big question that a lot of fans have is how will Broly be defeated, and will he actually be defeated in the movie? Thanks to Herms98 on Twitter for translating the magazine from the Sakio Jump editorial office, we found out that Broly will be the strongest enemy that Goku and company have ever faced in battle, which tells us that Broly is more powerful than Jiren, which should not be that big of a surprise since every new threat or opponent that Goku has met ended up being stronger than the last. It was also translated that those who trust Goku will win may lose confidence, so be careful. Destructive power greater than a God of Destruction, which is another hint that Broly will be more powerful than God of Destruction level, and that Goku may not be able to defeat Broly on his own. So how will the Z Fighters win? Now before I go further into this, I am giving you all a heads up that this video may contain potential spoilers, although not 100% confirmed yet, so if you do not want to be spoiled, this is your spoiler warning. It was recently announced by the data mining community, where they discovered in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 Extra Pack 3 that there are going to be 2 new characters coming into the future DLC packs. And the discovery that was made was quite shocking. One of the characters, who should not be a surprise, is Broly, but paired up with Broly is a character that we have been wanting to see for a very long time. Who is Gogeta. With this movie being released, there's already a lot of indication that anything is legitimately possible in Dragon Ball Super. So the likelihood of Gogeta Blue appearing is very likely, namely because there is not much else that Goku and Vegeta can do against a massive powerhouse like Broly, and even if they receive Frieza's help. Yes, there is Ultra Instinct, but even Ultra Instinct may not be powerful enough to defeat Broly. In addition, I mentioned before that the data mining community gave us hints of a character with the same moveset as Gogeta, but what if I told you that even Gogeta Blue may not be able to defeat Broly? Well, in a few minutes, I will explain what Goku and Vegeta will need in order to stop this ridiculously powerful Saiyan. But before I get into that, I want to first discuss the likelihood of Ultra Instinct Goku beating Broly. So to recap, Ultra Instinct is a technique that allows your body to move on its own, so there is no thinking time required in order to attack or defend. So far, there are only a few characters that have fully mastered the technique, and those are the Angels. And I guess you could say that Goku has reached the state of mastered Ultra Instinct, but cannot do it at will. So if the Angels have the same technique mastered, how is it that the Grand Priest is still more powerful than the other Angels? Well, Louise did state that Daishinkan is rumored to have one of the 5 highest battle powers in the multiverse, so the answer is simple. It's raw power. Which goes to show that even if 2 characters have a similar technique, that the technique alone will not defeat your opponent. In other words, it is not an automatic win, as the Grand Priest can defeat Louise with raw power. It is also not known how strong Daishinkan is, but we do know one thing for sure. It is far beyond our imagination. Even though Jiren did not have Ultra Instinct, he was still able to keep up with Goku because of his high battle power. Okay, so let me give you guys a wacky example, and this is just an example, guys. It will never actually happen, but I want to use this instance to prove my point. Let's say that Krillin somehow got Ultra Instinct. If he had to fight Jiren, he would still lose because of the obvious reason of Ultra Instinct not guaranteeing a victory in battle. And a battle from the start of Dragon Ball has usually been determined by the power of a character. We also saw that Ultra Instinct increased Goku's battle power to a high degree, but even the increase in power and the new technique barely came close to nearly beating Jiren. And then, Goku lost control of Mastered Ultra Instinct, and the limit-breaking power of the gods took a toll on him. So if Krillin had Mastered Ultra Instinct, he would still get defeated by Jiren because of his overwhelming power that would trump through the technique, and one good punch from Jiren would be enough to knock out Krillin from his Ultra Instinct transformation. Another example of the importance of raw power was when we saw Vegeta completely negate Toppo's God of Destruction energy, and when Frieza stopped Seedra's Sakaya energy blast. Prior to those episodes, most of us used to believe that God of Destruction energy would erase everything it touched, but then we saw Frieza stop God of Destruction energy, and we even saw Vegeta completely negate Toppo's Hakai energy blast using his fist or raw power to counter it. So, to put everything I said about power in layman terms, regardless on the abilities you possess as a fighter in Dragon Ball, if your opponent has way more raw power than you do, then it is possible for your abilities to be trumped with their overwhelming power. Just how Jiren's raw power was able to transcend time against Hit's attack, and how the Grand Priest could defeat an Ultra Instinct Louise. As I mentioned before, from the translation of the Sakio Jump editorial magazine, Broly will be stronger than any opponent the Z Fighters have faced, so he will have more raw power than Jiren, and those who trust that Goku will win may lose confidence, so be careful. This phrase is likely giving us a hint that even Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku will not be enough to stop Broly, because obviously, Goku had to go into Ultra Instinct to get the upper hand on Jiren, so there's no way that a Kaioken x 20 Goku, an Evolution Blue Vegeta, and a Golden Frieza can team up and defeat Broly in his legendary Saiyan form.
I will kill you all!
Now don't get me wrong, Ultra Instinct Goku is a very plausible way to defeat Broly, and I honestly used to think that Ultra Instinct Goku would be the only way, but with all the news and hints that the Toei writers are leaving us, I am starting to lean more towards another plausible theory that I will get to soon. I will also say this, the power scaling in Super is wacky, so it is honestly hard to say that Mastered Ultra Instinct would give Goku a win over Broly, or even have him come close or equal to Broly's strength. So, let's move on to why Gogeta Blue will also not be able to stop Broly. So, I'm not going to go too much into power scaling because then this video would be way too long, but I will make some logical comparisons. Gogeta Blue going up against Broly would have a major problem, which is that he would likely not have enough time to finish off Broly. When Vegito's final Kamehameha wave was used against Merge Zamasu, Vegito's blast drained so much energy, causing him to defuse way earlier than the 1 hour time limit, and as a result, they were not able to defeat Merge Zamasu. So by that logic, the stronger Gogeta is, and the more power that Goku and Vegeta have, the faster a Gogeta or Vegeta will defuse, since their form cannot control or balance well the flow of ki with the heavy amounts of energy they're using. A perfect example of this was when Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks fought against Super Buu. Gotenks ran out of time and defused earlier than the 30-minute Metamorph fusion limit since he used up large amounts of energy. In the Trunks arc, when Goku and Vegeta fused into Vegito, Vegito could also not even come close to maintaining his fused form within the 1 hour Potara earring time limit. On the other hand, godlike deities are the only beings that have a permanent fusion, regardless on how much energy they use up. So even if Gogeta uses Kaioken x 20, his energy will still run out very fast, and he may only be able to land a few hits on Broly before defusing. Not to mention, we still do not know how powerful Broly is. We just know that he is stronger than Jiren or any other opponents that the Z-Fighters have faced in the past. So if Ultra Instinct Goku barely comes close or is not able to defeat Broly, along with Gogeta Blue having a time limit factor, then what can Goku and Vegeta do against their most powerful new foe? Well, I believe I have an answer. I believe that this is the most plausible way that Broly can be defeated, and it's not through the Mafuba. That would be very disappointing. I am theorizing that the answer will be Master Ultra Instinct Gogeta. Now, I know this sounds crazy, but logically, the only way that Gogeta can last long enough is through Ultra Instinct. I have done videos in the past explaining different aspects of Ultra Instinct, and Ultra Instinct is not a traditional power-up or transformation as most people may think. When you are in Ultra Instinct, it is the state where your instincts are heightened and you are not thinking. Your entire body is moving on its own, and once you actually master Ultra Instinct, the power you have becomes amplified throughout your entire being. So here's my theory on Ultra Instinct Gogeta. Because Ultra Instinct is based on instinct and your own body moving itself or controlling the flow of ki instinctively, instead of actually thinking things through and manipulating the energy around you using your thoughts, it sounds more realistic and more efficient for there to be an Ultra Instinct Gogeta to defeat Broly instead of Gogeta Blue, because Blue would defuse faster than Ultra Instinct. So let me go more into that. In episode 66 of Dragon Ball Super, Vegito fought Zamasu. Vegito used up too much power against Zamasu to the point where the Potara earrings could not handle that flow of power or ki, and therefore caused Vegito to defuse early in that fight. With Ultra Instinct Gogeta being in a different state of mind, and with Ultra Instinct being the most powerful fusion form there has ever been, I have reason to believe that Gogeta will be able to control his flow of ki better, since his form is the mastery of self movement, and will therefore allow him to stay in his Ultra Instinct fuse form longer. Ultra Instinct does not seem to use up that much energy, and seems to be more focused on instinctual movement. So will that be the key in making that very powerful fusion last longer than what Gogeta Blue would last, or close to the 30-minute time limit to be able to defeat Broly? In the original Broly movie, the Z-Fighters have had to lend their energy to Goku so that he could combine it with his own in order to defeat Broly. So will the Toei writers do something similar, but instead of lending energy to Goku, will Goku and Vegeta combine their energy through fusion and give us the fan service we have all been wanting, other than making Broly canon? In Dragon Ball, where desperate times have called for desperate measures, we have seen the Z-Fighters fuse against Super Buu and merge Zamasu. So will we see it again, only this time with Gogeta? And do you think that Ultra Instinct Gogeta will be able to last longer in a fused form than Gogeta Blue? Also, do you think that Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku will be the one to defeat Broly? Will it be Ultra Instinct Gogeta, Gogeta Blue, or will Broly not be defeated in the movie? I am always interested in hearing your responses in the comment section below, and remember guys, anything can happen in Super. So I hope you all have an awesome day, and I'll catch you next time. Peace!